Shells and Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. Magically speak money into existence and have dollars flowing to you immediately with this surefire technique. If you watch my channel, if you pay attention to my community posts, you saw I made a post yesterday. And that post was, sometimes when you arrive at a place, you don't get what you want, but you see your future self, and that's okay. I went to go out to eat yesterday and enjoy myself. And by the time I got there, unfortunately, the place was closed. When I pulled up there, I saw a really nice car sitting outside. And this was a car that I really didn't care too much about until I saw one in person. I saw that car in person and I immediately fell in love. I said, wow, man, the craftsmanship, the makesmanship. What a car. That is a nice ride. And when I walked in there to order my food, dressed nice like I like to do when I go out to get my eat on at a nice restaurante, fancy. I went, not too fancy, but just fancy enough. I went inside and I'm standing there waiting to, get checked in or whatever. And they just let me stand there. I was standing there for about 10 minutes. They were looking at me. I positioned myself so they would see me, and they just let me stand there. Even if I was picking up some food, you at least ask the person, are you picking up? They didn't walk over to me. They didn't attend to me. They didn't see if I needed anything. But it was because of how I was dressed. Because if I was dressed any other kind of way, probably like I am now, they would have been like, can we help you? And not in the kind of way I would have wanted to get any help. But that's another video. Anyway, I'm standing there for about 10 minutes. I see him not paying me any attention, not paying me any mind, purposefully ignoring me, acting like I don't exist or I'm not there or I don't have any money. Cross that out. Cancel that out. God forbid. And I walk up to them and I'm like, hey, I see you guys close at 9:30. No, we close at 9:30 on weekdays. It's Sunday. We close at 8. And it's like 7:55. So I didn't get to eat. And I'm just like, I kept my composure. And it's like the dude was like, sorry. And it's like things like that really used to bother me. Because I could feel that someone was trying to let it simmer and let it burn and bring it on home, that you didn't just get what you wanted. And when things happen like that, that's a sign that you have to work on yourself. People can deal with you any way they want to. And it's really a sign of their character and their growth. And it shows you that that person is just a wah. It shows you that that person, that individual, is not just where they need to be mentally. That person is immature. That person is not trying to show you any love. And they don't have to. They don't have to show you any love. Oh, well, who are you for them to show you some love? But in the same breath, forget them. Who cares about them? They don't care about you. The feeling's mutual. No love lost. But for them to just let me stand there for like 10, 15 minutes, and I'm used to that. All right, you go out to places. Usually it takes another couple to walk up, and when that other couple walks up, then you can get some help because they want to hurry up and get you out the way for that other couple. Just a Drutube experience. So they were closed, so it wasn't going to be another couple to walk up and help me get seated. But they were just going to let me stand there for like 10 minutes. And I was just like, okay, I felt some kind of way about it. But what was able to take my mind off it was this: the fact that I wasn't going to allow them to stop me from feeling wealthy. I wasn't going to allow them to stop my wealthy feeling. And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to try to stop the wealthy feeling within Druuill. And sometimes people will try to stop the wealthy feeling within you. And when you're working towards, when you're work, all right, when you're really working towards manifesting the life that you want, getting the things that you want, having the things that you want, there are going to be things and people, and it may not be necessarily, but whether they are conscious to it or not, if I had let them, that's what it would have been. If I had let them stop the wealthy feeling in me, then that's what would have happened. They would have stopped the wealthy feeling in me. And they weren't trying to do that. They weren't trying to stop any feelings of wealth within me. They might have tried to make me feel bad about myself because I felt really good and I looked really good. I was dressed really nice, and that offended them, I'm sure. And I could tell that they felt some type of way about seeing someone of my stature, with my kind of glow, and the way that I look, and how I carried myself. They could have possibly stood the chance of being offended and not wanted to assist me the way I would felt I needed to be assisted, like everybody else. But that's neither here nor there. But I didn't let them stop my wealthy feeling. And you don't let anybody stop any kind of good feeling within you just because they're trying to play you, they're trying to make you feel bad about yourself, or they want you to think unhighly of yourself. And if you're watching my videos, I know you are the kind of person that thinks and feels highly of themselves. And that's a wonderful thing. That's an amazing thing. That's a great thing. You're supposed to feel highly of yourself. You're supposed to feel good about yourself, especially when you earned it and deserved it and you want to go out and do something nice for you. All right. But there are people who can kind of see those kind of things and who can tell, and they want to try to they want to try to make you feel the opposite in some kind of way. Unfortunately, maybe they feel some kind of way because you're out and about and you're looking good, feeling good, and smelling good. But the thing is, I didn't let that stop the wealthy feeling within me. I didn't allow that to stop me feeling wealthy. I got dressed nice. I was feeling good. I made sure that I was looking good. And I went out to, and this is why when you're working towards better things in life and more things in life, you have to do things that make you feel good. All right. You have to do things that make you feel good. I was listening to this one gentleman who said that he would go out to eat places even though he couldn't afford to eat there. He would just get a soup, a salad, and some breadsticks. And he would go out and see important people and rich and famous people, and he would comment on the clothes that they wore. He would comment on their shoes, their hat, their belt, their shirt, and he knew what type of material, he knew the brand. So sometimes if you will force yourself into wealth, wealth will it will open doors for you. All right, you don't have to force yourself onto the person, but you force yourself onto wealth, and that will attract certain people, certain opportunities, certain things to you. And also previously, I had just recently did a visualization technique earlier where I was seeing certain things for myself, seeing myself doing certain things, having certain things. You got to practice what you preach. I was doing some visualization techniques and seeing myself really doing it up, really being it up, really having it up. And it allowed me to feel wealthy. And I put myself on. I put my stuff on. I got myself right, and it comes down to the feeling. A lot of people feel the opposite of wealthy. They feel broke, and you can't make money come into your life if you feel broke. You can't make money come into your existence if you feel broke. All right, you have to be happy enough You have to be on the frequency of what it is you're trying to get, so that way you can be in alignment with what it is you need. When you put yourself in alignment with what it is you need, it will flow to you, it will attract to you. You will be able to get it a lot easier and a lot better. So rather than allow myself to feel unwealthy, rather than allow myself to abandon my money feeling, rather than me allow myself to abandon my money frequency that I was on, still on, by the way, rather than allow myself to abandon my money frequency, I said, you know what? I'm going to enjoy my evening anyway, because there was this really, and I Ubered there, and unfortunately I had to Uber back without getting anything to eat, but I Ubered there. I didn't get anything to eat. Was a little bummed out about that, but I didn't let that ruin the mood. I was looking nice. I was dressed nice, and I felt good. I didn't care if anybody saw. I didn't care whatever. As the Brink truck drives past, I didn't care. And I'm like, you know what? Some way, somehow, I got my Les Brown on. I said, some way, somehow, I'm gonna make good out of this. I'm gonna make good out of this some way, somehow. And there was this really nice car out in front. And that's why I coined the phrase for today. It's a Maybach Money Monday. All right, today is a Maybach Money Monday. It's a Maybach Money Monday. That's what it is today. Today is a Maybach Money Monday. All right, it's a Maybach Money Monday. And I was looking at this car, and I was like, yo, that is a really nice car. All right, it was a Maybach. It was black and gray, or black and silver. It had the Maybach emblem. I'm so happy I saw it. I can't even say it right. It had the Maybach emblem on the front of the car. And I'm looking at the car, and all I could think is, oh, Maybach music. That's all I could think of. You know, that Rick Ross song, Maybach music. I'll still be there for you. I just needed time to do what I had to do. Caught in a life, I can't let it go. Whether that's right. Oh, I'm gonna stop there. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Whether that's right, I will never know. Oh, whoa, oh. I hope you forgive me. I never meant wrong. Tried to be patient, but waited too long. But I would have came back. I would have came back for you. That Drake song, man. That was hard, bro. Those were classic times, man. I'll crack my voice and say I had to click off. Well, I'm sorry, you clicked off the money too. All right. So, and if it's anybody that watches my video that does singing lessons, why don't you hook me up with some singing lessons? Stop hating. You see I like to sing. Stop hating and help me out with some singing lessons. All right. We only get one life, man. If I was watching someone and I really enjoyed what they were doing, and it was something that I saw that they weren't doing good at, that I could help them with, I would enlist my help. Yo, I could help you with that. Yo, I'd like to see people grow, man. If I was watching someone and I was in a higher place than them, and I knew some things and how to do some things, I wouldn't just, if I was going to sit back and watch them struggle, I definitely wouldn't give my negative comment or bad opinion on it. How's that going to help? It's not. But anyway, if you're still here, all right, if you're still here, if you still got the money feeling, despite that crack in my voice, you're here right with me, all right? So I had the money feeling. I'm looking at this Maybach, and I'm like, yo, that car is so freaking nice. I'm like, yo, that car is hot. That's a hot car right there. That is a hot car. I was feeling that car as the lawn care company is pulling up, and I hope they're not about to stop. Get on, lawn care company. Anyway, Yo, man, that car was so fly, and it was a Mercedes Benz. It was like three nice cars, and I could tell they were the owners of the restaurant. The restaurant was that fancy that the restaurant, the food must be that good and the only reason I might go back is because that Maybach, man. I want to see that. I want to see that Maybach one more time. But yo, the lady was like, yo, now you just have to come back, and I was like, yeah, maybe. I had to walk up to you to tell for you to tell me. Like I would have been standing there until they were ready to close and leave. They were gonna have me stand there until they were ready to leave. Why would I want to come back if y'all were just gonna have me stand there and not even tell me that y'all were closed? That doesn't make any sense. If y'all are closed, y'all just gonna let somebody a patron, y'all gonna let somebody come there that wants to get something to eat just stand there? That don't make any sense to me. I'm not gonna do that. Why would I come back if you weren't even gonna tell me that y'all were closed? You just have to come back and what? Stand there for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, a whole hour? I'm like the last place I went out to eat when I took that picture, I literally had to stand there until somebody else walked up because they wanted to get me up out the way for the people that they really wanted to see. Like we living in 1912 here, and we're not. Glow or no glow, that's just not good, man. Like if you're waiting long enough to have to make the decision that I might possibly have to go somewhere else to get something to eat, that's just wrong and improper, and you're doing bad business, and you're gonna lose money that way. I tell you what, man, I ain't gonna tell you what, but I'll show you what. Anyway, let's continue. Y'all, I went back out there. I started looking at that car, and yo, you know people because everywhere we go, people always there. Every breath you take, every step you make, they'll be watching you. Yo, they were watching me because I'm sure to certain things I'm really not going to get into on this video, but it's not every day you see somebody as fly as us. That's what I'll say. It's not everybody you see. It's not every day you see somebody as fly as us. We got style. We're fly, fashionable. It's not every day that they see somebody like us, and they had the opportunity to see somebody like me. Yeah, I said it. They had the opportunity to see somebody like us that day, and the people when they were closed, they were like, "Oh, they're closed." People were, throwing it on heavy. That food was good. You enjoy your meal? I enjoyed mine. That food was good. Instead of just going home, which people tend to do. You know how people, you have a good time. That's the restaurant you go to. But yo, they let me know that they go there all the time. And well, they didn't let me know. I'm not going to get like that. But I was able to hear while because I was standing out there waiting for my Uber and to come back and get me with no food. I was standing there waiting for my Uber to come back and get me. And now, see, scratch that feeling. See these programs? Scratch that feeling because I had the money feeling and I didn't allow myself to get down. All right, I'm not even gonna play around like I'm down. All right, because what you play is what you get. All right, so we're gonna snap out of that real quick. But yo, um, I was focused on the money feeling, and I wasn't like they were saying things. I didn't look over at them. You know how people are. You know when people are trying to get your attention. Let's just put it that way. You know when people are trying to get your attention, and that's what it possibly sounded like. Sounded like people were possibly trying to get my attention, and I just kept focused on the money feeling. You know, people were walking past and laughing. All right, I'm not gonna say they were laughing at me, but people like people. There was no jokes being told, and people were just walking past laughing. It's dead silent. I don't know what's so funny to when you're really not talking, and you just walk past someone and you laugh at them. You not laugh at them. Excuse me. All right, not. You just laugh. What's so funny to that yo, what's so funny that when you walk past the person you gotta laugh? You couldn't have laughed 50 feet ahead. You couldn't have laughed on your way out the door. You couldn't have laughed in the car. You gotta laugh as you walk past the person. I didn't hear no jokes. So I'm looking above them. I'm not looking at them because I'm just focusing on myself, enjoying my night the best way I could, you know. Focusing on my money feeling. All right, I couldn't get anything to eat, so I'm not paying attention to anyone that did. I'm focusing on me. I'm not worrying about anybody that just ate there. I'm not worrying about anybody who just enjoyed their meal or whatever. I'm looking nice. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm just chilling, enjoying myself. Right. But I was focused on the money feeling, and I allowed my money. I manifested that Maybach. I'm just going to say that I manifested to be able to see it. And because I was visualizing earlier, and I was visualizing earlier, and when I go out to eat, I see a Maybach. All right, I never went out to eat and saw a Maybach before, but when I visualized, I went out to eat and I saw a Maybach. And it's just the universe letting you know little ways and little tidbits that you're on the right track. And I'm going to make a video about that. That's what the numbers are for. Not just seeing the numbers and knowing what the numbers about, but actually be doing something and knowing that you're on the right track because of what you're doing. And that's why you're seeing the number. And that's why I'm going to make a video about that as a beamer pulls up, as a beamer's pulling up. All right, but we're not talking about. And yo, there was a Benz, parked next to the Maybach. So I'm looking at these cars. I'm enjoying the wealth of the cars. I'm just enjoying looking at the nice car. And as the people walk past, people are outside talking and hogging it up or whatever. Just enjoying themselves. But when people are trying to get your attention. So rather than whether they were, whether they weren't, I was still going to have a good time. And I was focusing on myself regardless. I was focusing on me, and I started smiling. I started smiling. I started enjoying myself, and I've been told I have a nice smile. And you can feel when people are looking at you, and you can feel when people are paying attention to you and noticing you and all those things. And I got a couple looks. I was dressed nice. I'm out smiling. I'm probably looking crazy to people. People are gonna look. So I was out there enjoying myself and having a good time, and I was just out there smiling. And I mean, it was a nice cool breeze, and it was just a really nice experience to see that Maybach, to see that Benz, all white Benz, black and silver Maybach. And there was another car parked next to it. I think it might have been some other kind of Benz or some other kind of like fancy car. It was like another black car next to the white one. It was three really hot cars right there. Three really expensive cars right there. And I was just enjoying them. And I had to Uber there and Uber back. And like I used my funds to go somewhere without actually being able to do what I needed. But I didn't allow myself to look at it like the money was wasted. I didn't allow myself to feel like the money was wasted. So I'm still having a good time. I scroll through the grateful Rolodex. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. God, thank you for allowing me to just be able to come out and see this nice car. Thank you for me being able to walk. I don't have to be helped out. I was able to get here. Thank you for the money to be able to Uber. Thank you for the money to be able to go where I need to go, do what I need to do. Thank you, God, for this nice evening. I'm dressed nice. I have nice clothes. All right, as another Benz is pulling up, as another Benz is pulling up, y'all want to see it? As another Benz is pulling up, another Mercedes is pulling up. I was just really enjoying. Yeah, that's crazy. You talking about it, and there it is. And look at God. So I'm sitting there, and y'all better believe this. I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I got my glasses on, my black shades. I'm enjoying myself still, empty-handed, no food, still having the best time of my life. And it dawns on me, I'm like, wow, man, I really just paid for that Uber to come here and to go home, and I didn't even get to eat. But I said, you know what? I said, that money is going to come back to me faster than I could change my clothes and get into bed. And I said it backwards. I said that money is going to come back to me before I could get into bed and change my clothes. That's how fast I said it. And y'all know where I'm going with this. Everybody who watches my channel, y'all know where I'm headed with this. Before I could even dawn on the fact that I just said that, my phone vibrated, and the amount of money that I paid, even if it wasn't some money had came to me just as fast as I said that. That's why I say you have to dig money ditches. You have to dig money ditches for the currency to be able to flow to you. And when you dig a money ditch, that's why the Bible talks about digging wells for God to fill. When you dig wells, God will make a way to fill it. You shall have what you say. Your words have power, and the things that you speak, they have power, and you'll manifest things with the things that you say. And you will be able to get the things that you are talking about and that you say. You will manifest the words that you speak. So depending on how you speak about your finances, depending on how you speak about things according to your life and according to how you see yourself and what you want for yourself in your life, that's what you're going to get. All right. And with this technique, you see, I didn't allow myself to get out of the money feeling. All right. I had the money feeling. I didn't allow myself to get out of the wealthy feeling. I took the energy from those vehicles of how I was dressed to create a feeling within myself greater than what I already had. I already had a wealthy feeling due to what I think and how I speak and things like that, and visualization techniques. I had a wealthy feeling, and that wealthy feeling allowed me to manifest the money that I used to go out and come back without getting anything to eat. Look at God. Just as fast as I said that, I said that money is going to come back to me faster than I could get into bed and change my clothes. Because I remember I even said it wrong. And some money came to me just as soon as I said that. Say what you want, get what you want, communicate to God what you want, dig those money ditches, and prepare yourself for riches. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. I'll see you in the next one. We out.